We have got to get into a lot of Meghan Markle stuff that was breaking. And when I saw this video, I thought of you immediately. Meghan Markle at this book event with somebody who is reported to be a longtime friend from college. I would imagine that those at this point are in short supply. I think everybody's jumping off the Titanic that is one Meghan Markle, HMS Meghan Markle. Anyway, let's take a look. They were doing a reading. They were both holding regular size microphones. We here at The Nerve hate those mini microphones. And apparently her friend's microphone holding / speaking skills were not up. And again, this is the host of With Love, Meghan, making everyone feel welcome and warm and secure. Let's take a look.
You guys get to meet Courtney as well.
Yeah.
We've been friends since college, just so you know.
Yeah.
I have real friends, says
To be here
Meghan.
and to be chatting about our book. Oh, sorry. This makes me nervous.
If you're
hold it for you
listening,
also.
Meghan grabbed her friend by the wrist and elevated her arm, holding the microphone up to her chin. And by the way, Meghan, as she's doing this, her mouth is like it is tightly vacuum sealed, and she is grimacing. She is most displeased. And her friend is like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And then Meghan tries to quickly recover and place her hand on her friend's back and smile as if to say, I'm just trying to help. I'm just a helper. Kinsey, what do you make of it?
That wasn't her place. That's the host's place to say, oh, you know what, real quick, microphone to your mouth so we can hear you. We want to make sure we can hear you. It was, it's classic Meghan. What we're seeing here on full display is this control freak nature that we hear so much about, between that incredible Hollywood Reporter turned Vanity Fair American Hustlers piece. We see that Meghan has a real issue with not being the leader, not being in control. And this is a party about her bestie's book. Yet we get all of these bizarre facts about Meghan's life and her healing blankets and going barefoot with her bunions. And, it's just, she never knows how to behave properly. Deflect and be like, I'm here to celebrate my girlfriend. I'm so proud of her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all of the headlines out of this event are about Meghan Markle, not the friend. And that is the black cloud that is Meghan Markle. But, for those who are still skeptical, if not outright fearful of AI, I think at the moment AI is a friend, because AI gave us this revised version of that clip. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
If you're listening, this is Meghan's friend banging her over the head and the forehead with said microphone, and Meghan looking like, what's happening? Why would you do such a thing? I mean, to your point, Kinsey, if we want to believe that everything that goes wrong with Meghan's, million launches, whether it's a podcast or a Netflix show or anything, are just the result of things just not going right in general. No. We have just seen that she is in fact a control freak who cannot even allow her best friend a mere few seconds to adjust herself accordingly. She knows that if she's speaking, she will need to raise the microphone to her mouth in order to be heard. Okay, Meghan, back off of people's personal space. Then this breaks, it was either Friday or over the weekend, that Meghan Markle has lost her 10th publicist in 5 years. And this one quit. The timeline it's not certain. It's either after 3 months or after 4 months. And I believe it was likely closer to 3. Kinsey.
And suspiciously around the foot photo of Meghan Markle passing by Princess Diana's death scene. Was that too much? But this is really interesting to me because Harry and Meghan immediately go to the usual suspects, People Magazine, Us Weekly, to react to this story and to say she was only hired on a temporary basis. You did not leave Netflix. I'm sorry, you don't leave Netflix for a temporary job with Harry and Meghan.
As this publicist did.
Yes.
Who worked on The Crown, by the way. Who worked on The Crown.
That was already a controversial hire because the Crown basically accuses Prince Philip of, planning the murder of Princess Diana towards the end of that show. So it was a controversial hire for Harry and Meghan to take her on. They then claim it was a temporary position to help Meghan launch as ever and to help Meghan with Love Meghan. And if this publicist has completed her job, then I think it's pretty fair for you and I to assume that there's no With Love season 3 if this publicist is washing her hands of this. Because wouldn't you, as the publicist in charge of this show, stay on until the show was canceled?
Or at least until we get our very, very special Christmas episode.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Now, moving on for the moment to the only other royal who is making more headlines and bringing, even if one could, greater disgrace upon the British royal family. That's one Prince Andrew. Now, per a Daily Mail exclusive dated October 24th, the headline, this was such a bombshell. I just devoured this entire piece. And if you haven't read it, treat yourself. Inside Andrew's Family Summit. How Fergie wailed and melted down at title loss. Beatrice and Eugenie were blindsided, and now daughter's assets face ethics check to avoid more scandal. The salient paragraphs. Prince Andrew says a royal insider hadn't consulted or briefed either Beatrice, 37. These are middle-aged women. Jesus, get your shit together. Sorry for those who are offended by the Lord's name in vain. Beatrice, 37, or her 35-year-old sister, Eugenie, before, quote, being bounced into agreeing to a statement last week, renouncing the titles given to him by his mother, the late Queen, amid chaotic scenes in the erstwhile York household. Oh, I love that. That's such an elegant dagger. The erstwhile York household. His distraught ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, had apparently, quote, gone into a meltdown when Andrew revealed she would be losing the Duchess title. Pay attention, Meghan. Pay close attention. This is the ghost of Christmas future, which for the past 39 years had been such a cash cow for Sarah. And she was, quote, wailing that he shouldn't do it, meaning allow it. But he's a eunuch now. He's fully neutered. Princess Eugenie, meanwhile, who, like her sister, was blindsided by last week's bombshell statement, did not even attend the crisis meeting at her parents' lavish home. As the royal insider puts it, quote, the Royal Lodge summit wasn't a happy occasion, and the family, once a strong unit, is fractured. Kinsey, what do you know? What can you tell us? You are our boots on the ground.
New developments. So the Sun is reporting today here that Prince Andrew's willing to leave Royal Lodge in exchange for not one, but 2 properties on the Windsor estate. He's saying he'll leave Royal Lodge if he can have Adelaide Cottage, which is where William and Catherine are moving out of right now. They hope to move into a new place on the Windsor estate by November 5th. And they also want Harry and Meghan's old Frogmore Cottage location. Now, keep in mind, as I'm sure you'll recall, Prince Andrew was offered Frogmore Cottage right when they gave Harry and Meghan the boot, and they weren't trying to humiliate him. They were trying to save a few dollars because Frogmore Cottage is in the already protected Windsor estate, and they felt like everybody would save some money on security. Also, the man does not need to live with his ex-wife in a 30-bedroom mansion.
I was just going to say, it's too much house for 2 losers like that. They're jobless. They're just knocking around all day.
They want these 2 homes so that Fergie can have her own place, so that
Fergie needs her own HQ.
Yes, to take the corgis that when the queen, you're a dog person, I'm a dog person. The queen always said, I do not want my dogs to outlive me. So she loses her dog. What does Andrew do? He goes and buys her multiple corgi puppies. One, I believe it was rumored at the time that she fell over one of them. One passed away, and he went and immediately replaced that one. So like everybody oohs and ahs over these corgis, when I think that is exactly the opposite of what the queen wanted. So Fergie thinks she needs an entire home for her and the queen's corgis. This is the last thing Prince William wants. There have been protests at the house in the last 24 hours, helicopters hovering above it. This is where Prince William, he doesn't want Buckingham Palace. He doesn't want to go back to Kensington Palace. He wants Windsor to be his family's home. He needs to rid it of the stain of Andrew and Fergie. And I just think he's going to continue to be a liability if he's on the property. He needs to go far, far away.
This really, really, really highlights the what I see as the complete loggerheads, the battle between William and Charles, and why William truly needs to be listened to. He understands what a liability is. Andrew has no shame, neither does Sarah Ferguson. They think they're in a bargaining position. They think they still have leverage. You know, Virginia Giuffre's book just came out and we will be covering it, but he's lucky he's not behind bars. You know, he's got to be kidding with this. And he doesn't care. I actually think that this is what these two, I think this is the future for Harry and Meghan. This is the sort of grubby, grimy, disreputable future they've got in store for them. And they're sort of being told, listen, we'll take care of you quietly, perhaps not in the manner to which you believe you should be taken care of, but you know, you'll live out your days in relative comfort. Just go away. Like you're just not part of us anymore publicly. And they can't accept it. They won't accept it. It's an affront to them. It's an affront to them. I mean, the last time I saw Sarah Ferguson, I think she was on QVC.
Well, I thought you were going to say her toes were in someone's mouth. So
I
mean,
we're talking the 80s now. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at Sarah Ferguson in Meghan's brief time stepping away from the royal family, Meghan's no longer been a royal, for 5 years. Meghan has created a reality show. Fergie created a reality show. Meghan has basically recreated the QVC fame through With Love Meghan. And, you know, she sells products that you can buy, that you can watch on the show.
Slimy Jam.
Slimy Jam.
Kinsey Schofield.
She's done a sit-down Oprah Winfrey interview. Meghan and Harry raced to do the sit-down Oprah Winfrey interview as well. Sarah Ferguson writes children's books. Meghan Markle wrote The Bench. They are identical. The breakdown we read about Fergie losing her Duchess title, believe you me, we are going to read about the same breakdown from Meghan Markle once King William ascends to the throne.
Again, we will be doing breaking news coverage. Kinsey and I will be dropping whatever's going on to come to you with that live coverage. It's wild, you know, because, you know, Meghan thinks that she's Diana reincarnate. And actually, sister, you're Sarah Ferguson. You're the grubby, grimy Sarah Ferguson. Here's a shock. It's been over 16 years since the federal minimum wage was raised to $7.25. Can you believe it? Company productivity has doubled. But has your wallet size? 1 in 5 Americans can't even qualify for a basic credit card. The system is broken. We all deserve access to decent housing, transportation, and financial stability. That is where Kickoff comes in. Kickoff helps you build credit fast with affordable plans starting at just $5 per month. No hidden fees, no interest, just on-time payments that get reported to credit bureaus and help you grow a strong credit score. Users with credit scores under 600 saw an average increase of 84 points in their first year. With premium plans, you can even build credit with the rent you already pay. Only positive payments get reported. It is so easy to get started. Sign up in minutes from your phone. No credit check, no hassle. Over 1 million users and hundreds of thousands of 5-star reviews make Kickoff the #1 credit builder on the App Store. Start building credit today and get your first month for just $1 at getkickoff.com/Maureen. That's getkickoff.com/Maureen.